guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriors Trade fans, get ready. Because the latest developments out of the Bay Area have completely shaken up the trade rumor mill. With Jonathan Kuminga officially putting pen to paper on his new deal, the focus has immediately shifted to what the Warriors' next move could be. And according to multiple reports and insiders around the league, there are two major names surfacing as potential targets. Trey Murphy of the New Orleans Pelicans and none other than Andrew Wiggins, who could also be involved in a deal depending on how the front office decides to reshape the roster. This is the type of news that can change the entire trajectory of Golden State season, and the buzz is only growing stronger by the day. The timing of all this is critical. Kuminga's signing was huge for the Warriors as it secured one of their most promising young stars for the foreseeable future. At just 22 years old, Kuminga represents the bridge between the dynasty years and the future of Golden State basketball. But as we all know, every move the Warriors make is about maximizing the final prime years of Stephen Curry. That means the team is constantly weighing the balance between building for the future and competing for championships right now. So, when a player like Trey Murphy starts appearing in trade talks, you better believe it's serious. Murphy has quietly become one of the most exciting young wings in the league. At 6'9", he's long, athletic, and already one of the best three-point shooters at his position. Last season with New Orleans, he showed flashes of being a future star, averaging double-digit points while knocking down threes at an elite clip. He's the type of two-way player every team covets: young, athletic, and still improving. For the Warriors, Murphy could slide in perfectly as a floor spacer next to Curry and Clay while also taking on tough defensive assignments on the wing. Imagine a lineup where Curry, Clay, Draymond, Kuminga, and Murphy are on the floor together. That's shooting, defense, and athleticism all rolled into one dangerous package. But here's where it gets even juicier. To bring in someone like Murphy, their Warriors would almost certainly have to part with a significant piece of their own roster. And that's where Andrew Wiggins comes into play. Wiggins has been a critical part of the Warriors' championship success. His defense on Jason Tatum in the 2022 finals was legendary, and he's provided steady scoring and length on the wing. But the last couple of seasons have been inconsistent for Wiggins. Injuries, personal matters, and streaky play have made it difficult for the Warriors to rely on him night in and night out. So, the question becomes, is Golden State willing to move on from Wiggins in order to retool a roster with a younger, possibly higher upside player like Trey Murphy? It's not an easy decision. On one hand, Wiggins has proven he can perform on the biggest stage and is still only 29 years old. On the other hand, Murphy is younger, cheaper, and may fit better into the long-term plans of the franchise. These are exactly the kinds of decisions that championship-level front offices have to make. And you can bet Bob Myers' replacement, Mike Dunleavy Jr., and the entire Warriors Brain Trust are exploring every angle. What makes this even more intriguing is how Kuminga's new contract impacts the trade landscape. By signing him, their Warriors locked up his value and eliminated the possibility of him walking for nothing. But it also means that Kuminga can now be considered part of trade packages if Golden State wants to chase a true star. While the report suggests they are not eager to move Kuminga after committing to him, his presence as a signed controllable asset only increases the Warriors' flexibility. Picture this: a blockbuster trade package centered around Wiggins, draft picks, and possibly other assets like Moses Moody aimed at bringing in Trey Murphy or even another rising star. The Pelicans have been exploring ways to reshape their roster around Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram. And if they decide to make moves, Murphy's name could come up in serious conversations. Their Warriors, meanwhile, know they need to keep up with the likes of the Denver Nuggets, Los Angeles Lakers, and Phoenix Suns in the brutal Western Conference.